Hey guys, I'm Ornella Hernandez with Web3 TV, and today I'm at the Theater of Digital Arts for the Crypto Oasis Art Talks. And joining me is Mohammed from InvoiceMate. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining. I wanted to learn a little bit more about what you do.
Yeah, I'm a CEO of MateSol as a company, and under that we do fintech, which is InvoiceMate. It is the enabler for the invoice financing, and then we also do Desiverse as our metaverse project.
Okay, exciting. So let's go into that a little bit. You mentioned you work with enterprise blockchain technology. So how's that going?
Yeah, I'm in the space of blockchain for 7 years, and all together it was a journey for the enterprise blockchain. So I was not someone who was coming up for the crypto use cases of blockchain. It was a pure security relevant, enterprise transparency relevant, connectivity relevant projects which I did with the government entities and United Nations bodies. Now again, once we did, I think, number of projects for the enterprise blockchain. Now we came up with the fintech as well, which is InvoiceMate. So it is solving the pain point of the finance industry for having a trust, because they have a lot of fraud relevant issues. So
Like what, for example?
like for example, collision between the vendor and the buyer, they can come up with the numbers on their own. So when the whole trail of the invoice is present on the blockchain, so then it is easy for the lending institution to trust on that invoice to do the lending. So that was a classic use case of a blockchain, and we picked it up 2 years back. Invoices are, by the way, the most common business document. They have plenty of pain points which blockchain and AI can solve. That's exactly what we are doing for a number of companies now.
Oh, I see. Okay. And then you also mentioned that you have a metaverse related company. Can you tell me a bit about that?
Yeah, that's project. That's Desiverse. Desi is like a name given to people from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. Yeah, so it's a metaverse of Desi people. So it connects the dots in the way that now there is a new channel you require in the metaverse to have these some kind of engagements in metaverse for these Desi people. For example, the artwork, for example, the events, and it is a pixelation of thousands of years of history as well. And of course, it is very much futuristic project as well.
And so why did you feel it necessary to create that sort of social environment for that community of people?
Yeah, look, if we go back to the history of web itself, there was a time when these portals were coming up to serve the communities. So it is a community of billion plus people, or close to 1.5 billion people. So now, and dispersed in they are placed in all across the globe. Metaverse is a channel for them to get connected in one single spot. For example, if I'm an expert not living in my native country, Pakistan. I miss Pakistan the most when there are events back home and I cannot join them. So look, if there is a part of that event happening in our metaverse, and I'm connected with my brothers, sisters, my family members, friends in that metaverse environment, that's a good utility of a metaverse. So I believe whatever we do in as a MateSol, as a company, whether it's InvoiceMate, whether it's Desiverse, we first think of a utility. What will be the impact? How it will sustain? We don't use the words of metaverse or the blockchain, AI for the sake of buzz, for the sake of just creating FOMO on our projects. Everything is first relate to the utility of it. So in Desiverse we have the utilities, in InvoiceMate we have the utilities, and so it is similar for all our work in last 7 years.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, the best way to get people onboarded and using these platforms is to have a real utility and use case. Awesome. All right. And so why did you come out tonight to the Theater of Digital Arts?
Yeah, it is, I think, one of the good connecting points. At the same time, the topics today are very close to my heart. First, the one is about the metaverse needs some kind of a reality check, which I think is a topic we, as all of the metaverse practitioners, need to discuss more and explore more. That we are missing again. We are riding the ride. That okay.
The hype, right? The hype. Right?
without thinking about the utility of our metaverse projects. Gaming, not everyone is going to get onto the gaming zone. So then there have to be some utilities for enterprises, for the businesses. For example, in InvoiceMate, what we are doing, we are creating the service centers for the lending partners and for the businesses to be using those service centers as an extra channel. So we have app, we have web, and now we'll have metaverse. So there is a proper utility backed by some use case. So I think this topic is very relevant, and I wanted to hear more about that. And here we get, through Crypto Aces, we get the people who are like the best in the UAE especially, and it is good networking point. And even the second point, the history of art, of course, would be great to hear that gentleman as well, what is to get from that history.
Definitely. Well, I'll let you get to the talks, and thank you for your time today, Mohammed.
Thanks again for having me. Thank you.